Hey, have you ever thought about like how compliments actually work? Like what makes a good compliment? I was looking at this system that someone came up with, and it's really got me thinking.
A system for compliments? Really? That sounds pretty extra. What is it, like Mad Libs for just like being nice?
Okay, that's pretty funny, but this is way more in depth. Like it's 48 sentences, all these different compliments, but they're organized by how complex they are and what kind of words they use, and even like the sentence structure.
So, like going from you're cool to like some kind of Shakespearean sonnet about someone's awesomeness?
Kind of. It
Okay.
starts simple, but then you get these really elaborate ones like an explosion of action-oriented dynamism, profoundly evocative in its sincere warmth, cascades gracefully with reflective and impassioned intensity, leaving every soul enriched by your radiant presence. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely more than just like you're cool. But wouldn't that be kind of weird to actually say to someone?
Maybe if you just like blurted it out. But the idea is that this system, it helps you see how different parts of language work together. Like even that super long one, it's not just the words, it's the way the sentence like builds and flows.
I see what you mean. Like if you understand the mechanics, then you can tailor the compliment to the person and the situation.
Exactly. And get this, there's another layer. They color-coded the words.
Hold up. Color-coded compliments. Okay, that's next level.
Yeah,
So what? Like red for like fiery passion, blue for like cool intellect.
pretty much. Red is for energy and dynamism. Yellow is for emotional depth. Green represents fluidity and motion. And blue is for thoughtfulness.
So you're telling me like you're a bright spark. It's different from your insights are profound because of the colors.
Think about it, bright spark, it's snappy, energetic, it's got that red energy.
Mm.
But profound insights, that feels more thoughtful and measured, like that blue vibe. It's not just the words, it's the whole package.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. Like each word has a vibe, and when you put them together, you're creating like this symphony of meaning, and the colors are like the emotional key signature.
You're getting it. It's making me want to analyze every compliment I hear now, like what color palette are they working with here?
Right. Like is you have a kind heart, a yellow compliment. It feels like it with that warmth and emotional depth. I'm going to be seeing colors everywhere now.
It's like a whole secret language. But here's the thing. It's not just about picking the right color or like the fanciest words. It's how they all fit together. Remember those sentence structures? Those matter too.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Active versus passive and all that. So does that mean like a red compliment has to be like super direct and in your face?
Not necessarily. You could totally have like a thoughtful red compliment or an energetic blue one. It's more like the structure gives it a certain like flavor. Like active sentences where it's you did this, they feel more straightforward and maybe a bit more casual.
Hmm. And passive voice, it's more like this was done by why you, which kind of puts the focus on the effect they had. That could be cool for a compliment, like emphasizing the impact.
Exactly. Like I was blown away by your presentation feels way different from you gave a killer presentation. Both compliments, but one is more about how you felt, the other is about them.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that adds another layer. So you've got the colors for the vibe and the structure for the emphasis, and then you pile on the fancy vocabulary. It's like building a compliment cake.
Right, and each layer makes it more delicious. But what I think is really cool is even though it's like a system, it doesn't feel robotic at all. Like you could still use it to say something super personal and genuine.
That's what I was wondering, because at first it seemed kind of formulaic, but I guess if you really know the person, you can pick the colors and structures that fit them best.
Totally. It's like knowing their emotional language. Like some people, they thrive on those bright, fiery compliments, while others might prefer something more subtle and nuanced.
It's making me think about all the compliments I've gotten. Like, what color were they? Were my friends secretly using the system on me all along?
Maybe. Or maybe we're all just like intuitively doing some of this stuff already. Like when you choose your words carefully, try to get the tone just right. Maybe this system just brings it all to the surface.
That's a really good point. It's like we all know a good compliment when we hear one, but this breaks it down and shows you like the why and the how, makes you appreciate the art of it more, you know?
Right. And it makes you think, if we put this much effort into compliments, imagine what we could do with other kinds of communication.
Oh, yeah. Like, could you apply this to emails
Yeah.
or arguments? Suddenly, you are wrong becomes a whole lot more colorful.
Okay, maybe not arguments, but you know what I mean? Like thinking about the energy and impact of your words no matter what you're talking about.
It's kind of empowering, actually. Like, you're not just throwing words around, you're consciously choosing them to create a certain effect. That's pretty cool.
Totally. And speaking of choosing things, What's your favorite color in this system? If you had to pick one to describe your compliment style, what would it be?
That's a tough one. I think I'm drawn to the blue, that thoughtfulness aspect. I like compliments that acknowledge the effort and intention behind someone's actions, not just the outcome.
That makes total sense. You're always the one to see the deeper meaning, the thought process behind things. I could totally see you rocking a blue compliment.
What about you? You seem like someone who appreciates all the colors, but if you had to pick a favorite.
I think I'm a green kind of person. I love the idea of things flowing smoothly, of communication being effortless and graceful. Plus, green just makes me think of nature and good vibes.
I can definitely see that. You always bring a sense of ease and harmony to conversations, like everything's just clicking into place.
Oh, thanks. That's a very green compliment. You know what I really love about this whole system, though? It encourages you to be creative. Like, what if we came up with our OWN color-coded compliments?
Ooh, that's a fun idea. What colors would we use for, like, humor or kindness
Right.
or just being plain awesome?
Right, and what kinds of sentences would we build with them? Maybe we should invent our own compliment generator.
This is getting dangerous. We're going to be complimenting everything and everyone with our own special code language.
But that's the fun part. It's like taking this framework and making it our own. Who knows, maybe we'll start a compliment revolution. A compliment revolution, can you imagine? Everyone just like walking around dropping these color-coded gems on each other. The world would be a much more sparkly place.
I would definitely sign up for that. But, like, seriously, though, this whole thing has really got me thinking. It's not really about the system itself, is it? It's about putting thought and intention into how you appreciate people.
Yeah, you're so right. Like, even if you don't go full-on color coding, just like knowing that there are all these different ways to frame a compliment, it makes you want to like level up your compliment game.
For sure. Like, instead of just saying, good job,
Yeah.
you could think, okay, what kind of good job was it? Was it like a red good job full of energy and impact, or a blue one where they really put their brain power into it?
Exactly. And then you can choose the words and like a sentence structure that really captures that. It's like giving a gift that's perfectly tailored to them.
Okay, but now I'm picturing someone getting a compliment and being like, wait, is that a yellow compliment with a hint of green? It could get a little meta, don't you think?
Uh-huh. Yeah, true. Maybe we should have a secret handshake for people who are in the know. Like a little fist bump and a whisper. That was a solid blue, my friend.
I'm totally into it. We could have different handshakes for each color. It would be like our own little compliment society.
This is getting out of hand, but I love it. You know, thinking back to where we started, who knew that just talking about compliments could be this much fun?
Right. It just goes to show you there's so much depth to even like the simplest things if you're willing to explore.
And that's what I love about these little deep dives that we do. It's like taking something so familiar and just turning it inside out, discovering all these like hidden layers.
Totally. It's a good reminder to like never stop being curious and to always look for the unexpected, even in something as like everyday as a compliment.
Well said.
Yeah.
So to all our listeners out there, next time you're about to compliment someone, take a moment. Think about the colors, the structure, the words that will really resonate with them.
And if you happen to use our secret handshake, we'll know you're part of the club.
Until next time, stay curious, stay sparkly, and keep those compliments coming.